All right, Raging Randy here for Heady Entertainment. I'm with Bobby Thompson of Revelator Hill, and very excited to have him with me today. So, Bobby, say hi to the crowd.
Hi, everybody.
Thanks, Bobby. So let's get started here, man. So we know who Bobby Thompson is, but who's Revelator Hill, and I guess what's your vision for the band?
Good. Well, Revelator Hill kind of grew out of my solo band, which kind of playing around since 2015 when we kind of started. I could backtrack a little bit. Like, I was playing in various bands up until that point, but it wasn't until, I think it was like May 2015, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to start doing my band, like, almost full time. And Seth Morrissey came along, and some of the guys were in the band, and we just started playing a lot together. And I'm like, we need a band name. Bobby Thompson Project doesn't do it for me. So we came up with Revelator Hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so where did Revelator Hill band name come from?
Well, I had been playing around being like the chief songwriter in the band. I'm always writing stuff. Like, I'm just writing like a lot of imagery in my notebooks, like especially on the road. Like, Seth does like all the driving. So I'm either booking gigs, staring out the window, or like writing stuff down or sleeping. Oh, and I remember just writing down, going, "That's kind of cool." And then it kind of stuck with me, and I kind of went back to it. I'm like, well, what do I mean by Revelator? To me, it means like, it's like a vision of some sort of like just an awareness, like things are revealed.
Mm-hmm.
And music always reveals things to me. I learned more from music than probably anything else. So it just made sense to use the word. But we were like, I think we should have one more word to go with it, So we were just driving through Virginia. And I was like, well, there's a lot of hills. And it was like, hill. It kind of, and then we're like, wow, we got to kind of put that together, because hill kind of has kind of, you go up and you go down. You kind of have the struggle of life, which is the hills and the valleys,
Yeah.
And we're sort of a blues band, so that makes sense, ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I sort of put it into like vision, hope, awareness, and struggle.
Okay.
And they all kind of work together to kind of push life along, And that's what music is for me. It's just like growing and expanding. More people and more friends and more music and more everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Great. So, I know you've told me that you want this to be more of a group project rather than like a solo project. So what does each individual member of the band kind of bring to the table? Like, why is each member important to the final project that is Revelator Hill?
I think everybody brings something musically to the table that we appreciate what the other person brings to the room, whether we're in the writing process or making the record or on stage. It's not like one guy like leading with a backing band. It doesn't really work that way. It's everybody in the group can kind of take the lead at different points.
Okay.
We can all be the leader. We can all sing, and we can all do whatever the song calls for. Or, it's not like the jam session where it's like everybody gets to contribute, whether it's songwriting or riffs or,
Yeah. No, I hear you. That's great. Okay. And so now moving on to, I know we're all eagerly awaiting the release of Revelator Hill's debut album. And I know you got a tour around it and everything. Do you have a release date for the album, and like maybe some info on the production and the where you recorded it and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, March 3rd is the release date. Friday, March 3rd.
All right.
We're going to be in Philly that night, and the following night we're going to be in Arlington, Virginia.
Awesome.
For the DC area album release show.
Okay.
far as the production goes, the album itself was produced by us, like a group identity, and we played. I think we recorded maybe 4 studios in the area. Usually, the albums I've done in the past, everything's kind of in one place, but we were a little more experimental and trying different sounds.
Gotcha.
So we have 4 engineers we worked with. But we pulled it all together in one place when we mixed it, and we were all there. You know, that fan process happened again, where one of us might go, "Oh, I hear this," and another guy might go, "That's cool, I hear this," and then we kind of combine our ideas.
Right.
It's rarely do we ever kind of veto it, unless it's just horrible, but usually we try not to be horrible at anything, so hopefully we'll get to a good musical point, you know. And it just makes it better when everybody throws in their
right.
But,
and I think I remember you saying that there was not a whole lot of like overdubbing or overproduction in this one. It's a lot. It's like mostly pretty raw.
Yeah, there's one song on there where it's just guitar, bass, and drums, vocals. And I had put a second guitar on, and he thought it was too much.
Okay.
So it's very, very live sounding. There's other songs that have a bit more, and they have acoustic guitars or layered keyboards in certain places. But on the most part, it's very live sounding.
Okay. What kind of lyrical themes can we expect from the album? Like you have, you know, what kind of things do you like to write about for this Revelator Hill project?
Blues.
Yeah, okay.
I grew up as a blues guy, and I listened to it was probably more the blues rock, like Zeppelin and Queen, and Becky and Hendrix and stuff like that.
Right.
So some of it's about love, some of it's about stories of events that have happened, people you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of social commentary. I mean, we listen to Bob Marley a lot too, so
right.
A little bit of that, but not too much. But lyrically, it's also, there's a little bit of just having fun too, sort of letting go and just playing with words.
Right.
So
So fairly diverse, huh?
Yeah, fairly diverse within the rock and roll format.
Okay, gotcha. So getting a little bit more abstract here, what do you want this album to say? Like, what do you want when people finish this album? Like, what do you want to be going through their heads?
I guess maybe the first thing, if I had never heard it before, I'd go, man, I gotta go see that band live. You know, because
right.
I like with discussing the overdubs. It's like, man, I don't necessarily want to make an album that we can't reproduce or doesn't really sound like us. You know, I don't want to overdo it. You know, I don't want to knock it, but I don't want to go to Nashville and do something that sounds totally different than we sound.
Right.
So it really just represents, for me, it sort of represents the way we've sounded over the course of the last year.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit before that, but we developed this sound over the course of this past year. So it really just represents us now as we are. So when you hear it, you're going to hear a lot of that same stuff live, but you're going to hear it expanded, even more so, like longer solos live.
Right.
So yeah, that's what you hear it. Gotta go check this out live.
All right, that's good. Okay, so moving on to some shows here. We've already seen some shows from you guys in 2017, including what I heard was a spectacular recreation of Eric Clapton's Rainbow concert. I hope that went as smoothly as it sounds like it did. But it looks like you've got some big plans for the rest of the spring, going as far south as New Orleans and as far north as Canada. Man, you guys are spanning the north and south of the United States right there.
Yeah, I better check the tires right on the van.
Yeah.
It's a lot we put a lot of miles in my van the past few years.
Right. So any debut cities or venues on the list for you?
Yeah, we're going back to some of the same cities, but we're going back a few new cities in Canada. Like when we go towards the part of Canada that kind of goes towards Detroit, which is also a new city for us. And I think Cleveland will be a new city for us.
Cool. Cleveland.
We'll wrap around. Yeah. So I think we're going to wrap around. Is that Lake Erie up there? I think we're going to go around there and come back. Maybe we'll hit Pittsburgh.
Okay.
But a lot of times we've just gone like straight north of us is like Montreal, Quebec City, and we've gone through Portland. And we'll go straight south, sort of, to like Asheville, Atlanta, New Orleans.
Yeah, lots of great music towns on that list. Are you guys returning to any favorite cities or venues that you love to play in?
Somehow we've managed to make every city that we play fun, especially the ones we go back to.
Right.
I think that the first time we played Montreal, we were like, well, I had never spent, I spent a little bit of time in French Canada, but I don't think we ever drove there from the border, got there and played, and we're like, this is a really cool town. It's so different than like the rest of Canada or the United States. It's very European.
Right.
So that's cool. That's a cool place to go back to. Burlington, Vermont's a cool place. And they're very close to each other. Cool town, Burlington.
Yeah. All right. So let's look a little further ahead into the future. So we've got this tour, the album release tour, that's ending, I guess, in late April. And then after that, what's next for Revelator Hill? What can we expect after that?
Yeah, the album comes out in March. Through the summer, hopefully we'll be playing some festivals. And because we're sort of planning the summer now.
Right.
Yeah, regionally we're looking at some festivals. And I have some ideas of what we would do next. We sort of go in this pattern where it's like, we hit late August, September, and then start going into fall, and you're like new, fresh ideas because you spent the whole time touring.
Right.
So there could be another album. But right now in my mind, I'm like, I've got my acoustic guitar on my couch with a notepad, and I'm sketching out new song ideas.
Gotcha.
So those
like
are probably
a cycle of song ideas.
Yeah, while we're on tour, while we're sound checking, or while we're doing whatever, I'm like, hey guys, check out this new idea.
Right.
It might not be ready yet. It might be. We might have a few songs ready on this tour for the next album, but there is that constant cycle of renewal. It's like a season.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I think we pretty much covered it then. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people out there about anything, the band, the album, anything that you want to say? We
want people to hear the music. So when the album comes out, it'll be online. I think you'll be able to stream it. RevelatorHill.com will have some. So March 3rd is the date it comes out. Awesome. Well, there you have it. Yeah. Oh, did we get to the name of the album? I don't know if we mentioned that. That's a good thing to end on, then. It's called Atlantic Detour. There you go. Atlantic Detour, out March 3rd. Revelator Hill is set to rock the world, we hope. So thanks a lot for your time, Bobby. I appreciate it, man. And we will talk to you soon. Thanks, Randy. No problem.